Now let me explain you with the help of the notes. So sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the process of lithification. Lithification is compacting. See, when you take something in your hand like piece of clay and you want to make something out of it, so what do you try to do it? You try to make a hard ball out of it by pressing it. So when you keep pressing something, it becomes hard. That process is known as lithification. Okay. So even if you are trying to make chapati or something, you will take some kind of dough in your hand and you'll rotate and rotate for some time to make it a little compact and bind it. That binding and compaction is actually lithification. So all the sediments which are brought by the rivers, glaciers, wind are binded together and consolidated together. This makes all the material compact, and one rock is formed out of this, which is called as sedimentary rock. Okay. The typical characteristic of sedimentary rock is it has layers and it has fossils inside it. Okay, it has layers and fossils, and also it is a result of denudation. The word denudation means removal of particles from one place and deposition of particle at another place. So if the particles are not eroded by agents like rain or a glacier or running water or wind, then soil these kind of rocks will not be formed. So denudation is an important agent of formation of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed by three processes, and these are the three processes which you have to learn. Mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Mechanical, when the word mechanically is written here, that means the rock is broken. It's broken by some agent. Something natural is breaking the rock, already existing rock, and carrying the material. So this breaking is done by running water like river, wind, and ocean currents. Ice also, glacier also. So running water, wind, ocean, and currents, they have so much of power that when they move over the surface of the earth, they carry the particles from the surface of the earth, maybe in the form of soil, mud, or anything. When it rains, you might have seen that rainy water becomes very muddy. But where does this mud go? It goes to the bed of the river or to the banks of the river, and slowly this material which is carried by the river becomes hard and forms sedimentary rock. So this kind of formation is called as mechanical formation. Please remember, mechanical here means breaking. Now comes to the second type of formation, that is chemically formed. Sometimes what happens is there is a kind of a material inside the earth which can easily react with rainwater or glacier or with wind or anything. For example, there is a lot of limestone inside the earth. Now rainwater falls over the limestone. Limestone and rainwater will react because it will have calcium carbonate, and that will react, and in that process you will find that the calcium starts getting mixed up with the rainwater. Slowly and slowly this water which is mixed up with the calcium comes out on the surface of the earth. Water gets evaporated and calcium carbonate gets deposited, because calcium carbonate cannot get evaporated. So chemically formed rocks generally have chemical composition which is generally mixed up with the rainwater, and hard material is left behind like lime, calcium is left behind, and water gets evaporated. The hard rock is called as sedimentary rock here. Organically formed sedimentary rock. So sometimes animals, trees, all that get buried inside the earth, and this buried material becomes hard year after year and forms fossils, and such kind of rocks are also called as sedimentary rock. Coal is a sedimentary rock. Coal is a mineral as well as a rock. Okay, so coal is purely formed by organic matter, either trees or animals which get buried inside the earth. They become dark after a long time because of deposition of carbon in them, and this results in formation of sedimentary rock which is organic in nature. So what are the three types of sedimentary rocks? Mechanically formed, in which there is breaking happening. So already existing rock or dust particle is broken and carried. In chemically formed, there is a solution of rainwater and already existing chemical inside the earth. Organically formed, when organic matter gets buried inside the earth, it gets deposited to form organically formed sedimentary rock. Chief characteristics of sedimentary rocks are, I have already told you, they have layers. This is called as strata. Strata means lines, one after another. So they have layers. They are very important for geological records. If we want to know age of something, we see the types of rocks over there and we can easily find what is the age of it. Because sedimentary rocks generally have fossils which have carbon content, and you can easily make out how old the carbon is and you can find the age of anything. They are rich in fossils. So sedimentary rocks have got coal, petroleum, natural gas, which are very important minerals. And finally, these rocks are generally porous. These rocks are soft and light in color. If you put water on them, it gets absorbed in these rocks. Like if you are using multani mitti at home, sometimes we use multani mitti on our face to get rid of pimples. So that multani mitti is also an example of sedimentary rock, very common example of sedimentary rock. Sometime you try to see multani mitti from inside, you will find some organic matter also inside it. Alright, so I hope sedimentary rocks, their formation and characteristics is clear. What is their economic significance? They are not rich in other minerals, but they are rich in fossil fuels. Coal and petroleum is found, and they have fossils in them. Sometimes bauxite magnesium is also derived from it, and if at all sedimentary rock breaks down, it forms a very good fertile soil. I'll share the link of this video with you so that you can see and understand sedimentary rocks much better after this.